Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back to PMDG 737-700 with, of course, GSX in action. Today taking flights out of Amsterdam Schiphol to Milan Linate. It's about an hour flight time today. It's not a crazy long flight, but again, should give us a pretty good mix of the GSX stuff. This time passing out of a standard jet bridge, and then arriving, well, it depends where we arrive at on Linate. We may give them the standard jet bridge when there's 2 or 3 available at the airport. And then if it's a remote stand, we give them stairs and bus. So, should be a good flight today. It's about an hour off, so from start to finish. And yes, 737-700. Also, not too long now to the 800 releases. We're looking about maybe a week at this point. So I think we've got some dates that PMDG gave us like a preliminary. So they gave us an announcement saying that there's a few things to tweak, but the current plan to release it between the 23rd of August and 31st of August. So, definitely for the end of the month now. We're within 10 days of its releasing. So, jump cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepares us for departure today. Did I watch football today, Blade? I don't really want to talk about it. Alright, so starting from conduct here at Amsterdam, we'll set everything up from cold, and then we'll go from there. So batteries on, it's all much lights set, ground power activates, set the packs to auto, so get some air conditioning in the aeroplane, set the iris, which is to nav. 30 strobe lights, that's fine. All off for now, that's fine. Low lights not required since it's midday outside. Cool. Jump down to the FMS, head over to FMC, position, initialization, and plug in our location. Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Our current stand right now is, I can't remember, I think it was Charlie 10? Yes, Charlie 10 is our current stand right now. Grab the GPS position for the next page. As soon as it loads up, we'll see if I can go through its neutralization and self-test. But while it does that, we can also start preparing our GSX. So, once again, we're using GSX for all our services and crew. We've got jetway in position, and therefore we shall request both the fueling.
Refueling truck is on its way.
And also the...
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Yeah, no, we're going to do the boarding at the same time. Sorry, GSX, we're just going to ignore you there.
Boarding requested.
I'm actually move the second FMS over to the required passenger services page there. Interesting. So while the aircraft go through its self-tests, we'll have a look around the stand. We'll have a set of stairs popping onto the rear there, just to take a case of any requirements in the rear of the aeroplane. Jet bridge connects to the front, and very shortly we should see the pilots and camera crew enter the aeroplane. Again, just ignoring the fact we already have pilots in the cockpit already. Again, if they skip the pilots and have the camera crew on its own, certainly wouldn't mind that, but that's just a me problem. Yeah, GSX definitely a bit on the buggy side at the moment. Hopefully we see some updates and fixes for it. It's not unusable, but it does get a bit tedious at times. You see right now, we've got the fancy jet bridge there, and just the remaining stem of the Schiphol jet bridge sitting on there, just behind it. Also, not sure why the ground crew are floating, but the ground crew are in fact floating. But they'll adjust their position as soon as they move up to the aeroplane. We've got a 737-800 on the right side, very nice. So there'll be a few of us heading to Linate today. Came with jet bridge, Yeti cans, M3NG. Interesting place right now. Look inside, here comes our pilots. So the guys taking us through today as they very slowly but surely to the aeroplane. Yep, 738 this month. I'm very excited about Dan. It's the one announcement we've been waiting for, I'd say, with MSFS and PMDG so far. Of course, 738 being the it's like the pinnacle of 737 fleet. It's one we've all been waiting for. It's one that we've all been hoping to get soon. So while we sit here next to this floating truck driver. Now flights to board. Hopefully by now we have GPS position. If we do, grab GPS left and stick that into the RS position. Right, Amsterdam to Linate, which is Lima, India, Mike, Lima. Call sign today is KLM 903 Romeo. Next page, and let's plug in our routes. Again, one thing I prefer the Boeing over Airbus is the route input. It's just so much more fluid. No need to go through and out different menus. There's no airway, I need to kind of confirm, go out and in again. So, first waypoint is Edupo. Following Zulu 739 up to Misgo. That follows direct to Asbon. Asbon takes us direct to Tusuk. Tusuk goes direct to Ritsu. Next page. Then it's Lima 607.
Fuel truck is in position.
And that goes
Your
to
crew has board. Please use your
Abuka.
airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity. Passengers boarding starting.
Cool. Passenger point starting. We get passengers boarding now. Same through this. So Amsterdam Linate, KL 1619, 37,000 cruise. Around 5 o'clock. Departure in approximately 22 minutes. 737, 105 passengers. No Wi-Fi entertainment. That's fine. Tell it why, we have got Wi-Fi. I know, been a KLM 737. Boarding music, we have got KLM, I think. No, we don't. Okay, just safety briefing them. KLM, yes, snacks, no tea meals, cost not required, but number does not continue. Hatch starts boarding. Jump over to this side and set our total fuel. Right, it's that. So fuel today is going to be 14891. Cool. Turns. And as passengers slowly board the aeroplane, so pop up PAC-X and watch passengers boarding from the aeroplane. Nice and slowly, they'll get on board. Again, one of the good things with that jacket, that backpack's massive for him. Again, one of the good things of having PAC-X, I guess, with GSX, is that it allows you to essentially link passengers boarding with the sim itself. Small little detail, but it fits the job. It fits the job, it does a pretty good job at it. So, passengers now continue boarding. We have the rest of our flight set up. From Abuka, that's also before I forget. Head over to ground service. Can't do it from there, can't we? Because it's now separate on here. Right, so passenger count today was 135, was it? Just double check. Yeah, 135. So just gonna max it, are we? 1208. Because again, this is the first class layout, which is inaccurate, but I don't know if you can change it or not. As for cargo, 3.4 required to 15, 16, 17. 1.7. Okay, 1700. Again, he's converted from kilos to pounds. 1700 is equivalent to 3474. Whoops. And 3475. Of course, that's the aircraft now loaded. We can leave you, I guess, in the next page for now. Abuka, cleared flight plan now. So Abuka, we fly to Kilo Romeo Hotel. That takes us to Nator. November 850 to Odina. Activate that and execute. Perfect. Flight plans in and inputs. For departure, it's runway, well, we'll listen to it shortly, but I'm testing runway 36 left with the Rendy to Victor departure. That's our flight plan. We'll tune now to Schiphol, Schiphol O. They've just disconnected ATC. We had control online about 30 seconds ago. That's very annoying. Okay, no AT today. We'll go on Unicon, so let's have a listen to the ATIS, shall we? At the very least, it's the weather information. So that for me is simple. I was going to ATIS voice and just searching the call sign, sorry, the iCloud code, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Winds 330 at 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 19 degrees. Celsius, dew point 14 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1016, few clouds at 3,000 feet. Winds 330 at 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometers.
Of course, that's our weather information today, KH1016. Temperature now 90 degrees centigrade, visibility less than kilometres, winds 330 at 4 knots. So, pretty smooth for us today. We'll activate the seatbelt signs, and that we have done with the fueling past the aircraft. Left hand fuel pumps active, and APU we can start. As the APU starts, back to FMS, plug out the departure, and go for a space runway 36 left on the Randy to Victor departure. Sweep that. Check for continuity, there shouldn't be any today, which is fine. That's looking good. Right, performance. So, 0 for 8 is going to be 52.2. Invalid entry. What is that? Yours value of 160.1. I must admit, I'm not quite sure where you put that number from, but that's what you want, that's what we'll give you. Ah, I know why, because again, it's in pounds, not kilos. I wish I could properly configure this aircraft. Reserves on board today, again I have to do more calculation for that, so reserves are 2.7, which when converted is 5.9, okay, 2.7, that's going to be kilos for standard. Cost next today is 33, with cruising altitude at flight level 370. And cruising winds, grab that from the wind information. Top of climb, 13,261 at 19. And outside air temperature at that point is minus 51. Let's do that. M1 limits go from medium D-right to medium climb performance. Take off 5, that's 5. Set the trim, which is now required at 25, 5.34 with QRH V1126, rotate 128 and V2135. Set 534 on the trim. And the flaps. That's our trim set, thank you very much. RS is aligned, to do a quick check of the flight plan, make sure nothing's out of place. Also, while we're here, let's grab a screenshot of the boarding, because of course, GSX, I guess one of the nice parts of it is the more realistic boarding procedure, and therefore screenshot take with it. We finish the cargo now, so the cargo doors are closed, that's the problem. A few passengers should appear at the front there, grab a screenshot of that, perfect. Right, so quickly step by step.
You're ready to go when you are.
Next page, step, 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 step. No brakes, no random flight plan deviations. That looks fine. Let's rotate and land perfect. Right, back to map mode, zoom back in again. Flight directors on and on. Your damper comes on. AP bleeds generator set. AP bleed set. We can disconnect the ground power units. Close the. Opening everything exits. Yep, everything exits open. Don't know why that's the case. Thank you, GSX. It's not quite what you're doing, do you? Again, the add-on's got so much potential, but it's just. It's not quite there yet. Have TAV come back online, have they? Ah, perfect, okay, right. TAV come back online. We can now contact them. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for pointing out. Right, 119.230. 19230. Right, spell clearance in a second. So the information, so weather going to be the same, just information alpha is active. Good afternoon, Schiphol Tower. This is KLM 93 Romeo and Charlie 10 with information alpha requesting clearance to Milan. Give them a second to respond.
Last station calling was it 393 Romeo, KLM?
AFM KLM 903 Romeo requesting clearance to Milan.
Okay, copy that. Your credits flight to destination when runway 2 Sierra departure. Active runway is 24 and George Squawk 0146.
KLM number 3 Romeo is cleared to destination. Runway 24 squawking 0146. This should repeat the SID for us.
93 Romeo, repeat the work.
KLM 161.
Fair enough, read that correct. Alright, do we have a... I presume it's going to be another Rendy departure, is it? Rendy to Sierra. Let's read that.
Push this approved, KLM.
Just double check the routing, as expect. Yeah, so departure, left hand turn, that goes straight out, perfect, that's fine, I can remember that. Cool, we need to reset our takeoff speeds because, of course, runway's changed. Transition altitude, I believe, is 4,000 or 5,000. Double check the charts. Transition is 3,000 here at Amsterdam. 3,000 feet transition. Next page, it's fine. Right, again, medium, takeoff. 126, 128, V2135.
All stands by, all stations, please.
Magic number.
Be back in 2 minutes.
Initial climb today is going to be 6,500 according to the charts. But with no central control right now, it'll be a case of once you clear airspace, we'll go straight on to cruising altitude, but set at 6,500 as per the charts requirements for a ceiling of 6,500 by level 65. Actually, ignore me. Permission for just VFR. Initial climb for there you go. Sorry, ignore me. Yes, so that's for VFR 6,500s. Initial climb for clearance is 6,000, so 6,000 feet set. Cool. So at this point, we should pretty much now be ready for the engine startup and departure. Just a quick final checks.
Last station calling. I'm back.
Tower KLM 081, request cruising start.
Not really late night blur. Not particularly night, I'd say.
KLM
Right.
081, cruising start.
Now, just need to check the position of the aircraft around us. Hopefully, get our own clearance. KLM 93 Romeo is ready for push and start. Will they clear us or will they ask to hold?
Romeo, cruising start approved.
Perfect. Push start approved, KLM at 93 Romeo. Right, wait to action, open cargo door. Okay, right. Thanks for telling me that now, you'll open cargo door. Right, there with us. Return, doors.
KLM 93 Romeo, please squawk shot.
Say again, sorry, KLM 93 Romeo.
Please squawk Charlie.
That's good, Charlie. That's going to, oh, hang on. Why am I squawking Charlie? It's just the default PMDG setup where it leaves it in, yeah, XPDR, it's incorrect. Right, 0, 1, 4, 6. Go to VHF1. Close cargo doors, and hopefully GSX won't bail on us now. Problem is I don't quite know what it wants.
KLM 143.
Right, still alone in the bag, come on. Is it good on automatically? Right, open, open. There we go. Right, now they're in baggage apparently. We already requested our pushback clearance. We may be in minutes. Again, the ordering of GSX needs to be checked. It's not quite there yet. Still needs work to be done. I hate to say it, but it's not perfect. It's far from it. I think it won't take us too long to finish that. Right, let's have a look. So, case not available during boarding, that's fine. Baggage loading in process. Request our departure clearance, which is again a pain because like expenses have already been done. How are you doing, DPF Game? Welcome to Aviation. Welcome everyone to chat. Cargan. KLM flight, pay all the bags on Newcastle to Hamburg, back to Amsterdam for a few weeks, managed to lose your bag twice.
1423,
Ouch.
please. Once again, please go ahead.
Yeah, I've been quite fortunate. I've never had lost baggage. Not something I particularly want to go through. Our ground cruise finished the baggage, almost complete. There we go. I just tell I say almost complete. It's got the entire trolley waiting to go. In fact, it's got 2 more trolleys waiting to go. Could be a while. Has not been released today. There was one last night, certainly. Don't know about one today. Right. Here comes the second trolley of baggage. So once again, once it actually works, GSX is pretty good. It's just a shame that it's a really horrible, funky mess. Like right now, the ground crew did their job. Ground animator's pretty good. Doing a boarding process here. And it goes into 737 and hides the baggage in the back. That I've got no problem with. It's just a case of loading the orders in, getting it compatible with the aeroplanes. Let's say, for example, that one, it only told me to open the cabin doors, sorry, open the cargo doors, as soon as I had already requested my pushback. That would have been a lot handier to know before I requested my pushback. So I'm now sitting here on an ATC, expecting me to push any second now. In reality, still loading the baggage, which explains why all the delays have taken place at the moment. That then there's pushback, they'll be taxiing out very shortly.
161, we seem to have an issue with the aircraft, we won't move at all, so we're disconnecting. Thank you and goodbye.
161, copy that. Okay, try again later. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
So until that's finished, it's a bit longer. While we wait, at the very least, that's not going to at the moment.
We did the moment 320 is 4 knots after 2002. No further ATC available.
In fact, count around side. Actually, get a view of the ground crew anyway. There you go. Got ground crew in the bags. Again, views like that, absolutely superb. I wonder if it's this only snowing. True. If it's snowing outside, I imagine this is a very quick process. 3 guys, strap them all on, get out of the hot cold as soon as possible. Welcome Virgin Atlantic, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. You must be a new baggage handler. Well, hopefully it won't take it too long to get the third tray going. There we go. Move to the position. GSX, all the wild fun of being at a real airport. How are you doing, Blueberry Guy? Welcome to the chat. Oni, moi, mitakolo. No baggages ever saw this neatly ever. You're not wrong there, Wyvern. You're not wrong there. Have experienced crash tests with GSX. Sometimes during loading, never once it's loaded. So for me, this flight should go without any problems. It shouldn't crash out the entire flight. Only if only crashes for me if it's kind of loading into the sim. How to get it GSX Star Van, you can purchase it on the fsdreamteam website. Ooh, American 9's taken off. Yeah, available fsdreamteam, it costs like £35. Sorry, $35. You sound exactly like Brian May speaking Finnish. Kiitos. Kiitos, kiitos. Water bottle. Brad, this is a water bottle. There you go, that's one for the fans. Right, last 2 bags. Come on, dude. It's all on you. As soon as you finish, we're pushing back and hoping that this guy in the trial doesn't cancel our pushback clearance. Given that we now requested it 5 minutes ago and are still sitting at gates. Come on, dude. It's all on you. Here we go. Hey!
Have a nice flight. See you next time. Bye bye.
He did it. He did it. Now, hopefully, we might actually be able to get some movement going. Don't think I have the patience just to wait. Well, unfortunately, this is real life. We're on the direct offer stand. That's a an Air Arabia apparently. As they served. Right, in he goes to the truck. Out he goes, and presumably he's going to decide to place mid-air again. Oh no, he just stands on the side. A minute ago it was floating mid-air. Right, so Jetbridge moves out of the way. Let's close the doors. Let's finally get out of there. Close, close. Check all the exits are secure, which they are. Perfect. We're now being prepared for departure. Let's greet the passengers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Onboard KLM flight 1619 from Amsterdam Schiphol to Milan Linate. Flight to stay about an hour and a half. Just to for a departure. And shall push back very shortly. Weather on arrival for you today. Quick look at the forecast right now. Milan is reporting around. Weather reports will work, of course. Reports around 90 degrees centigrade with clear skies all around. Thank you for choosing KLM, and we hope to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight today. Cool. That goes to the cabin. Let's get out of here. Now time to into the aeroplane. Should get ground marshal to signal to us very shortly. There we go, so bypass pins in place. Nose gear is attached. We're just next to the rest of the ground service, I guess. Or we're waiting for, so F sections, ground services,
be aware of using the mic.
Release GPU, and get rid of the
If you talk to me, I can't see.
chocks. Chocks removed. Cool. So we need to push back facing the south, nose right, tail left.
Dus bridge 242. Clear to south to destination via the Cool.2 Sierra departure. If runway is 24 and George Squawk is 3127.
It's fine. Hot brakes. There we go. It's a bit clunky, the 737's brakes there, but we got it in place now. Right, cool. Continue pushback. So nose right tail left. Parking brakes released. Question push, or engine will start. Cool. We're finally moving, guys. We're finally moving. Over the panel, packs it off, and soon start moving. There we go. Engine to start. GSX, you pick up on the fsdreamteam store. I told you about 30 seconds ago. Next time I'm just going to block you because you're really annoying now. Right, monitor the N2, wait for that to around 22, and then starts the engine to fuel flow. So it's a lot quicker than the A320. Yes, that was GSX menu there, Hansi. It's based on the default MSFS menus. Yeah, definitely wrong aeroplane type. Definitely not 744. I wish. So push back to the gate now. Ground marshal there, so following the aircraft along. In our case, these start switches resets. Not yet. Let's give it a second. Engine to start. Engine 1 starts. No sense of fuel at the moment, so need to set your tank off. Watch Gen 2. No fixed rate Dennis, I'm afraid. This is exactly the same version you've got. Version 1.01 was an update last night. That's about it. Right, pushback to complete. I've actually not put the parking brake on, but again, notifications don't work half the time, so you don't actually know what they're doing. Okay, 5 brake sets. Here comes the ground guy. Yep, only a week away from 738 now. Only a week away. Very, very excited for it. Should have watched about a minute ago now. We are very slowly falling behind schedule now. So load the wheels. And remove the bypass pin. We'll just head stuck in the aeroplane, of course. Here's the rest of the way out. While we're letting him figure out what he's doing, we're going to go through a start-up check. So hydraulic pumps on, pro heats on, no heat set. Switch generators over to the engines. Tax to auto. APU off. Sure, because no 18,000 sets. Probably important pressurization. Do a check of flight controls. Elevators are good. Ailerons good. Rudder good. Spoilers good. That's set 5. Right, seems a wave. So as far as I'm concerned now, we're good to taxi. Yes, bye bye.
787, you're clear to destination via the Volanta to Sierra departure. Exit runway 24 and towards clock is 0150.
Let's take after its clearance, and we'll press our taxi instructions.
Sierra, out of runway 24, let's walk 0150.
0787, read the correct.
KLM number 3 Romeo is ready to taxi.
KLM 993 Romeo, please stand by.
Right, stand by.
0787, do you read my last transmission?
Roger. Europe 1087 is ready for push.
Right.
Okay.
Don't tell me
Push start is approved.
you're going to push in before me.
Move and start is approved. Europe 1087.
Yep. That airplane there has...
KLM 93 Romeo, push start approved.
KLM number 3 Romeo, we've already pushed, requesting taxi intentions.
Yeah, okay, stand by. There's an taxi aircraft in front of you.
Cabin is ready.
Roger that, standing by KLM number 3 Romeo. Cool, we're home position. So they're just giving clearance to push back, which means we're going to have to hold here for a little while. What do you that's him? Well, for IVAO pilots, simple as. So the release date should be between the 23rd and 30th of August, yes, for the PMDG 737-800s. Flying to your home airport, very nice Marco. Any other fix to the GSX issue having at least because you're frustrated since you paid for it not to work? Well, it depends what the issue is, Dennis. Could be a load of issues. Yes, that is a live person right there, Chris. So this is on the IVAO network. That right there is this person right here. So they're flying to Lisbon. European Air Wings Virtual 787. Hopefully soon. Yeah, push back. Otherwise, we're just sitting here for a while.
93 Roman taxi via exit Alpha 4 Bravo to Sierra 5 for the 24.
Taxi Alpha 4 Bravo and Sierra 5 from 24 KLM number 3 Romeo. Right, taxi lights set. Parking brakes release. Let's get out of there before he pushes. Oh, yeah. Holding position. We could have gone earlier, traffic controller. We could have gone earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise for the slight delay on our taxi. We are waiting for some traffic in front of us to push back out the stand. As soon as they're cleared out the way, we'll then be able to make our way to the runway. But once again, we do apologise for the slight delay on our taxi today. Right, this will be a delay due to traffic. About 10 minutes. Yeah, not sure about that issue, Dennis. Let's speak to the developer about it.
Europe 787 is ready for taxi.
Ah, cool, right. They're ready to taxi now, so hopefully it should be quite swift.
Via Bravo to Sierra 5.
No, so the menu for today, Hansi, that's a different mod. This is TF Does Unpack X. It's the Passenger Crew and Experience mod. Basically, the white dots are cabin crew, the green dots are passengers, and this is the aircraft's cabin map layout. This is TF Does Unpack X. Different mod, different developer. It just works well, Pack X, of course, it does passengers.
Romeo, please be aware, there's an aircraft in front of you.
KLM, none of Romeo, we are well aware of the aircraft in front of us. Right, let's do this finally.
This is 787, taxi via Bravo to Sierra 5 for runway 24.
Taxi Bravo, Sierra 5. Europe 787.
Right, so the so what just there? So basically, start the throttle into full power toga for about half a second, and basically that told me if my take config was incorrect or not. There's no take config warning, and therefore, as far as I'm aware, we are a okay aircraft departure. So session has dropped a little bit, as expected when we're
behind Europe 787 line.
taxiing behind Europe 787 for KLM 93 Romeo.
Europe 787 reaching Whiskey 5. The wind at the moment is 330 knots. After 2,000 feet, Unicom 128, there's no further ATC available. Clear for takeoff for runway 24.
Roger. Holding plan runway 24. Europe 787.
Now, this game is pretty. We are a little delayed, a little peeved off the controller. We've been cleared to depart, so which means for us we should be ready to be swift departure as soon as we're on that runway.
Get on line 3 ready. Romeo, taxi Sierra 6.
Sierra 6 for KLM 93 Romeo.
Yes, ready for departure.
Euro 787, you are already cleared to FAL.
You will never get a review of the Product 73 Max humour, not from me.
You are already cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Europe 787.
This Europe line has no idea what he's doing. Absolutely not a Scooby-Doo. Back.
Euro 787 after 2,000 feet, Unicorn 128, nice start,
At 2,000 feet, this is Unicom. Thanks for your service. Bye, Europe 787.
KLM 6, correction 903 Romeo holding Sierra 6, ready to depart. Everything's configured.
93 Romeo, please stand by.
We'll stand by. We may get positions hold, they may just throw us into the runway for departure. Either way, we'll be airborne, hopefully next 30 seconds or so. Didn't expect it to be quite this slow at Schiphol today. TF does Unpack X. I'll drop a link to it in chat now if you want it. Hang on, do it now for you. So yeah, the crew and passenger mod I use is this one. Yep, TF still off Hansi because we're clear for takeoff. That only goes online once we're on the runway.
Typical bit 242 at Charlie 15.
Dus we 242, toestel staat is approved. Any
second now.
KLM 9.
Hey!
The wind. 3 knots. After 2000 feet, Unicorn 1228. There's no further ATC available. Clear for takeoff on runway 24.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, KLM 903 Romeo, and at 2000 feet, no further ATC, over to Unicom 122.8. Thank you very much, bye bye. Right, so Unicom is standby, that's fine. Transponder goes to TAR right. Cabin crew, please take your seat for departure. Once again, apologise for the delay. Hang on. Saw some warning lights there. I think. Hang on. Before I depart, I'm going to have to do a check. I think GSX reopens the overwing exits, because those are overwing exit warning lights right there. Bear with us 2 seconds. GSX, why have you done this to me? Menu, FS doors. Open, 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 open. Oh, they're all set to closed. Left overwing, right overwing. Door is secured. Door is secured. So I don't know why that's Well, let's do this. Chrono set. Throttle's 40. Engines 1-2 stable. I'm happy with that. And 1 set. Airspeed live. 60 knots. 80 knots. Hundreds. V1, rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Next stop, Milan. Start and bank. Follow the flight director. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Switch over to Unicom, 122 lights, and set to cruising altitude 37,000 feet. Landing gear set. Hold it, a few speed interventions, add some to standard. Continue to set and bank. There we go. A little bit off the course there, but nothing too excessive. Feet. As soon as the aircraft levels off, switch on the autopilot and let the aircraft continue on its own accord. Hopefully it's about a 10-minute delay. We should pick up passenger satisfaction without too much of a problem. Just in case we get sales relatively on time on the arrival into Milan today. set a new direct point to next waypoint, which is that one. Reset U. Level the airplane off. And autopilot activated. Crossing 9,000 feet very shortly. Turn off the landing lights. And also look at switch off seatbelt signs as we continue our climb out beyond the cruise. 9,000 feet. Lights off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your
We'll
seatbelt
probably
fastened
do.
while using
In this next waypoint, Ivelat is in about 15 miles. We'll make the right hand bank first, and then switch off seatbelt signs, which is just inside about 15,000 feet. Aircraft 4 continues to climb out as per the about 17,000 feet. We'll climb out as per the waypoint requirements, hold the cruise for a little while, and then between Ripus and Gersa, top descent will appear. But we'll get an update on that also and set up our approach into Milan today. I'll have a quick look at the other where we're right now. So we're up in Newcom for a little while. Now we'll continue all the way through to probably the most flight actually. There is ATC right now in Milan, so we should get some Milan radar for arrival. Apart from that, should be relatively quiet flight this evening. Chance for us all to just to relax a little bit, enjoy the cruise as we get ourselves over to the North Italian city. May get sunset today. Don't think it's quite late up in the day at time of this setting to get ourselves sunset, but certainly we'll get a low sun over the horizon on the approach into land today. Yeah, RTX 3080, Chris, he's an RTX 3080 in the stream. Let's go to the 2020 the Coconut Strip. It's a shame standard. It's a great island. Went there this year. Absolutely adored it. Don't get a chance to go. Qt script error average. Make sure you're loading up the Qt script in the right time. It's tedious, but like I say, I plan at some points soon to put together like a tutorial video for GSX. Kind of when to use it, how to use it, and I guess general bug fixing. Kind of finding little tricks and tricks. It's tedious. When it works, it's great. But that's the thing, it just when it works, which is not always great. Pinot chess again today, Plane Spotter. Don't want to talk about it. Simple as. Don't really want to talk about it. Right, here comes the turn, right hand turn, and that gets on the straight line path to our destination today. So to complete it, seatbelt signs come off, and passengers are free to roam around the cabin. But another inside the cabin, sees on board our flight today, spot your names, gives us a shout and look at their stats. First will be a mix of Italian and I can never remember what we call this region. Netherlands, Holland, mix of Italian and well, I've forgotten this region's name. Dutch names. There you go. I was thinking Deutschland, that's Germany. It's Dutch. Right, seatbelt signs off. Passengers, you're free to move. A few clouds ahead of us, but shouldn't cause too much away turbulence. Have you got places to go to Scotland before? Nope. Don't really know any airports to go to when look at Scotland, or even where to go. Right, have a look through our stats today. Have a look through our cabin. And on board we recognise, probably not from my end, but you never know someone in chat may know someone. Nope, no one really stands out. No, not from me, I'm afraid. You know someone, you have to shout at their stats. As it stands, it's a mostly full flight today. There's 50 slots around the cabin, 4 cabin crew on board today, they'll be doing their service. Got 2 pilots and back crews at the moment doing their thing. Apart from that, it should be a relatively simple flight today. PACX over to SLC, absolutely Chris. Southbound cargo has been abandoned by its developer. PackX still in active development, so that's the big decision between for me. One still has development, the other one is abandoned. Love the hydrogen cloud as well. It's absolutely beautiful tonight. Focusing into Palmer, very nice. She into Palmer yesterday. Phoenix 320 EasyJets. We had a fun little troll there in the A380, just smashing into things on the way in. K-Crest's food and coffee and flight attendants, you can do red thread, yes. What I can do is flight attendant request for, let's say, a snack.
Hey, what are the odds you guys could bring us a snack, please?
There you go. Co-pilot's just put a message requesting a snack from the cabin crew. GSX ground crew experience. Sorry. It's the ground crew mod we use at departure and what we use on arrival again today. So it's realistic baggage handling, realistic passengers that board the airplane animated, and just the extras as well. So when we land at Milan, I'll try and look for a stand that's either remote or doesn't have a jet bridge, and therefore we can use the buses to move people into the terminal. Does GSX PackX work out in complications? For the most part, yes, Bagwell. Because PackX only sits on top of the simulator, so this doesn't affect your weight, stats, or anything like that. This is completely separate to MSFS. It reads data, doesn't inject data. GSX, it injects data, and of course reads it as well, but they work side by side. I've had no problems yet. The benefit too, they both use SimBrief for their stats and facts, so it's also a nice way just to integrate everything through that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that stream yesterday. I'm still really annoyed by the 280 on the runway. That was a heartbreaker for me. Passing Detroit level 260, 26,000 feet. You can just say airport name standard aviation. Or at the very least, use IATA codes, not the ICAO codes. You're on the runway now, no worries, 73NG. You're not too far behind us, we departed about, there we go, we departed 10 minutes ago. You'll be 10 minutes behind us. I'll say though, it's high altitude cloud, definitely quite high. Hope we'll be able to break through it while cruising altitude 37,000. Worst case scenario, you can always climb further to 39. Shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, there we go, break through the clouds now at 27. So if we go to the mouse, that's just a scroll wheel there, I'm afraid. It's an old Dell something from like 10-15 years ago. Works great, never failed me. That's flight. It's about an hour and 10 minutes. So far so good. Might still delay. I'm sure there's a few stats on the arrival information later. For now, as long as we're airborne, there's not much that can slow down any further. Get to cruising altitude, then that cruise will go through our arrival. And expectation, which at the moment should be runway 36 on the Adina to Romeo approach. Okay, so runway 36, we're going to fly south of the airport and go back on ourselves, so be sure to get ourselves ready for that. The slightly extended approach path today, which isn't the end of the world. I love the 737, such as aircraft, very good to see. I do quite like it as well. It's a lovely little aeroplane this. Very fun to fly. Very fun to fly. Very nimble too. But of course, as soon as we get the 800s, I will never fly anything else ever again. Does GSX work with the citational private jets too? I presume it would do, Chris, yes. As long as they've got some sort of ground service going, the answer is yes, it should do. Welcome live, how are you doing? Watch chats. Have any crash tests lately? No, not really. Alive? Not really. GSX, very tedious to operate, but I have managed to get it working to an extent. You've probably asked for your keyboard shortcuts for the wing views. How have you set it? Because if you're not sorted it yet. I've done a tutorial on the wing views. Let's know how I do it. I've got a video right here that explains everything. I just like editing the config files, but once you make the edits, you're good to go for the rest of the flight. First flight incentive 800. It will be a Ryanair flight. I haven't decided the route just yet. As soon as I figure out a route, then I'll give you a shout. But at the moment, I don't quite have a route plan just yet in mind. Welcome to DPF, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How do you say, dude? Enjoy from Mouth Yankee 346. Yeah, don't talk about it, Lewis. Don't talk about that. What's been on the Logan Air? I've flown them a couple of times. I've been on there Twin Otter to Barra. I've been on their Embraer 135 from Belfast to Teesside. I've been on their Embraer 145 from London Heathrow to Teesside. And I've been on their Saab 340 from Inverness to Stornoway. No complaints yet from Logan Air. They're not cheap. They're really, really not cheap. But they're not a bad airline to fly with. Yes, and of course, we won't get too long until we fly Jet 2 as well. And we'll just be Jeskling the whole flight out. Other Ryanair landings bad? Not particularly, Keys. It's just a no views joke. Ryanair Helsinki. Well, I'm doing that in real life in a couple of weeks, so I'll probably say that for a premiere in October. Flying from Santa to Helsinki with Ryanair. Sorry, I'm flying from Santa to Tampere with Ryanair. And the return flights Helsinki to Stansted with Ryanair. So yeah, doing that in real life. That's in October. Did you know that the Center 800 will be tricky to handle on descent to takeoff because of the tail strike? Well, yeah, it's just standard for any aircraft that's longer than the standard variant red threads. The answer is yes, I'm well aware of that. We've just passed through 34,000 feet level 340. We noticed that climb performance in 37 not particularly great at high altitude, so not to the same extent as the Pocket Rocket 600s and the Airbus A320, and that's down to the engine size. With the 737's engines being smaller, it means that you get a low bypass, which is great for low altitude, not great for high altitude. High bypass in the A320, a little bit slow on the ground, very quickly, as we look again, bigger engines, you're getting more air into the system, more into the flow, and now it's more thrust to be produced. And it's high altitude where it's a lot thinner. Apart from that though, not looking too bad. So we'll get to cruising altitude, we'll then look at our approach configuration and prepare ourselves for our landing in a little while at Schiphol. Sorry, depart from Schiphol, landing at Linate. Check my notes there. First I'm doing in 738 is Leeds Bratislava, very nice. I presume that we get 2 with upgrades to that route. Yeah, Jet 2. Love the airline. I do quite like it. What's Swiss call sign? It's Swiss. So 36,000 to go. Harry, it's been a while, man. What do you think about GSX? Seems buggy. It's very buggy. It's far from complete. It needs a bit more work done to it. It works. It's not perfect, but it works, I guess. It's definitely potential. When it does work, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, the ground crew animations and service is pretty good, so no complaints about that. It's just such a pain to actually twerk it every time without failure. I mean, this is my second full flight in the flights since I've got GSX. A lot of my time's kind of spent well, configuring it and figuring out what the heck's going wrong with it half the time. Great add-on, a lot of potential, not greatly executed. My biggest grief is with the Kootle script. I'm sure it is with a lot of people at the moment. Kootle is just not a great language to sideload to a flight simulator. Even when I've sideloaded it, certainly hasn't helped them either. Yes, ATR's coming to Microsoft Flight Sim. There's two in developments. One being developed by Aerosoft and Asobo together. Another one by Milviz. So there's two currently in development. Hopefully, it won't be too long to get one of those in our hands. So nice little aircraft data. I've been on both the ATR 72 and 42. I've been on the 42 with Olympic Air. I've been on the 72 with Arini and Tunis Air Express. I might have been on one more as well, but I can't quite remember who the other one was. I'm trying to think now. Check the stats 2 seconds. I'm on 2 Tunis Air Express, 1 Arini. That's 3. ATR. I've been on. Okay, I've been on 3 ATR-72s, yes. I've done 2 Olympic ATR-42s and 2 Tunis Air Express ATR-72s, 1 Arini ATR-72. I had 5 flights in cycle in total. Something coming within the next 10 days, Kev. Within the next 10 days, got a page from PMDG between the 23rd and 28th of August. Is 700 in the marketplace? No, it's not moving at the moment. Only available on the PMDG websites. Also for cruise, camping their snacks and drink service now. That should hopefully increase our satisfaction of it now, so it's 92% already. Far better than the 88% we stuck out after the delay on departure. If we reported it, if we didn't report it, then the satisfaction drops even further and further, due to the fact that we'll leave passengers basically completely in the dark about the delay we're facing. I think radar's ignoring you. Which radar? 73NG? There shouldn't be any radar at the moment, but if you're already airborne... .787, there's always a Supreme Deluxe Harry. 7810. With the Sod Sim mod installed. Does a decent job, I guess. Not top class, but it does a job. Alright, let's approach configuration, shall we? So, today expecting runway... Scam. So it's runway 36 on the Adina to Romeo approach. So we'll put that in. Arrival. Let's see kill Zulu. Let's have a look at the charts for that. Shouldn't be Zulu. This doesn't even exist. Approach charts. 36 Zulu. Yeah, I need Zulu approach charts. Start. Do tell me at the OD to 3 Alpha and 2 Romeo. 2 Charlie. And 3 Alpha. That works, okay. Didn't 2 Romeo? 3 Romeo, what's the difference? Not much. So Zulu, Adina, 2 Romeo, doesn't even exist. 2 Alpha, 3 no. Okay, only 3 Alpha exists. That's our go-to. Transition, do you need transition points anywhere? The answer is probably not. It's coming straight in for Adina, so let's keep that. Check some continuities. That should just slot in without any problems. And zoom in. Step. Yep, that's absolutely fine. So, this page, grab you, place you there. There is approach control at the moment, or the center control at the moment, so if we do get ATC, we'll have to give us slightly different routes if required. Cruising at 37,000 feet, so we can also do set car fixes. Copy the runway node, which is runway 36. Head to fixes, select that, cruising 370, so 369, 714, 21, 101. Yeah, 101. 10 miles and 4 miles. And that, then just draw a few circles on the map. As uses reference points for a top drop and stages of descents. So that's the main part of our approach configured. Let's go over to initialization, approach reference, 30 degrees of flats, 133 knots approach, and then we're approaching at 5. 109.55, 353. 109, 109.55. One zero nine five five 353. Nice and easy. Also refers to the airport charts. Do you have any VOR beacons? The answer is yes, not itself. 112.25. Now on the second hand side, 1225. And that can exist as our VOR. So VOR 2 sets. This is the airport as soon as you connect to their localizer. Welcome, Ari, how are you doing? Channel, welcome to chats. Dreads, this is the premium deluxe version of MSFS. Yeah, quality wings not coming out for a while, perhaps, I don't think. Now, the only 7 we get is the premium deluxe. I think getting new throttle, Susan X56 Pro 1, we'll go for Boeing, very good chase. I use the Thrustmaster Hotel Warthog. I recommend Thrustmaster, hashtag not a spawn, just a very, very good developer hardware. And I've spawned one for a couple of years now. We get the X-Plane 12 that comes out, absolutely sussy, absolutely. X-Plane 12 comes out, dead take a looks, enjoy what updates they've brought to the new platform, the weather effects, new world generation. There will be similarities to X-Plane 11, of course. That's along how, well, that's how the development cycles work for X-Plane. Certainly, X-Plane 11 is current, like it's the current development cycle of X-Plane 9 was the last big updates. So that's a question for another day. Dread, I've already told that question. The more you spam the same question, I'm just going to get rid of you now because you are really, really annoying. You're just every single stream, dude. I'm more than patient with you now, but you're hitting the end of the line. Using honeycomb, very nice. My brother has honeycomb set up. It is pretty good. I do quite like it. Of course, I have my Thrustmaster TCA Boeing. Again, I swear by Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, Thrustmaster Boeing throttle, and Thrustmaster Warthog throttle. I've got the Boeing throttle as well, currently in its box, and Thrustmaster Warthog stick as well. Thrustmaster, and then Thrustmaster throttle, which is about here. Welcome, Wash Travels, how you doing? Channel, welcome to the chat. How did they do it? Abyss yoke? No, I don't have the Abyss yoke. My brother though has it, and again, I've used it. Pretty good. Now, I like the Warthog because it's a full metal build. Feels heavy in the hand. It's a very, very nice unit to control. Go Thrustmaster. Again, if you're listening to the stream, guys, Thrustmaster HQ, please sponsor me. I'd love to work with you. Promote your latest hardware. Nah, I don't mind too much. It's well worth the money, so I'm happy to purchase. Right, so we're up at cruising altitude. We've configured our approach already. We have got a center controller in a minute. In fact, what you can see now we'll say hello. 123.280. 123.280. Good evening, London Radar. This is KLM 903 Romeo at level 370 inbound to Sook.
KLM 903 Romeo, London Radar, low identified. Proceed direct to NATO.
Proceed direct to NATO for KLM 903 Romeo. Right, top to NATO we go. There's a jump there. Also straightens out our route. Most of the little bump you up there at Buka and beyond. Use the other side stick once after Boeing 1. Definitely go for it, so see, it's well worth it. Well worth it. Again, I quite like it. Feels good in the hand. Censoring the bevel's really good. And build quality. Plastic, but durable. And you crash your setup, Zelly. Unfortunately, you probably won't be getting one today, since configured very nicely. Very rarely, but stuff crashes, even with GSX. Very rarely. Probably too good for this, bro. Way too good for this. Right, so in terms of flight progress, we've got 51 minutes expected arrival. Flight progression, we are about a third of the way there at the moment, 30% of the way. Got our landing approach configured, that's looking good. The ground speed for 459 knots. Expected landing time, what's now? 3. Estimates say 33. So yeah, we're looking about 50 odd minutes to landing at the moment. Less than now to go. That down below, I think that's Frankfurt. Just confirm to myself. Answer is yes, that's Frankfurt down below. I'm going to fly there in real life for about 2 weeks. And then, also in 2 weeks, I'm going to fly out of there to New York JFK. Flying a Lufthansa Boeing 747 to get there. Very excited for it. I'm sure from the lower deck, the 748 feels just like any other wide-body aeroplane. Now, in fact, I can then say I've been on the 747. Finally, tick off my list. It may not be the 400, it may not be British Airways. If it's close to going to get, this is darn close to going to get. You've had scratch setups since day one, really frustrating. Try loading your graphics, potentially running out of memory, potentially overloading your CPU or GPU. Load of graphics should work fine. Worst case scenario, reduce the render scaling. Makes it look a bit worse, but also by far the best option for increasing FPS. Render scaling. Mine right now is at 75%. So it's pretty good, because I'm still shooting on a 4K monitor, so it does balance out quite nicely. We're on London radar, got ATM Central Germany, top descent, approximately. No, a bit more than that. 25 minutes to top drop at that moment. 25 minutes to top drop. That's pretty good for expected arrival time. Passenger set flashing back.
Langen Radar, good evening. Ally 525 with you, ready for this.
Yeah, no complaints yet.
Ally 525, Langen Radar, low identified.
So that's at 88% at the moment, which is pretty good, all things considered. Also good as the best in the world after our delay, but apart from that, can't complain. What am I using for AI? IVAO. I'm the address IVAO. The AI are real people, the ATC and the pilots. Real people in MSFS, X-Plane, or P3D, or FSX, or F2004 on the same multiplayer network. Kind of like that sim, but I just prefer it. Right, we're back in 20 seconds. Just need to fill up a water bottle. Back in 20 seconds.
Hala 525, proceed direct to Delta Sierra 411.
Ally 525, fly direct to Delta Sierra 4, Ally 525.
Yeah, proceed direct to Delta Sierra 411.
Yeah, sorry, we fly direct Delta Sierra 411, Ally 525, thank you.
Wings 52, disregard.
Long Raider, hello, Turkey 7, Foxtrot Hotel, passing 9,500.
Turkey 7 Foxtrot Hotel, Long Raider low identified, climb level 370, proceed direct to Nombo.
Climb level 370 and direct to Nombo, Turkey 7 Foxtrot Hotel.
Hala 525, descend flight level 70.
We continue descend, fly level 70, Ally 525.
Hello 525, turn right heading 340.
Hello again. Right, back in the cockpit. Flying for a little bit longer now. About 15 minutes till set to descent. Flight's progressing well.
Negative, but now
No
turn right heading
negatives DS
340.
just yet. In fact, 737 is probably the best running part of this flight. The ATC at Amsterdam Schiphol was a bit 50-50 today, I must admit. And GSX, well, again, it just decides to open the access for no reason. But as long as everything's secure now, we're up at cruise, everything's pretty good. Approach configured, we should be okay. Train sim streams will come back soon, Dread, especially Train Sim World 3, just around the corner. So Train Sim World streams will start again soon, don't you worry. Yeah, like I say, so far so good in my end. Up at cruise, everything pretty good. We'll get ourselves configured shortly for descent, so we need to turn down to an altitude of, the inset altitude for that. About midway through our line radar bit as well. And maybe get a top drop as well on this frequency. 27, runway 36, down to 3000, and then from there, top of descent, top right side at 10 miles exact, so the max 200 knots, that's fine. Nice and simple approach charts today. Supposed coming from the left, we are coming from the right. That's no real difference to our flight plan. Regardless, we will need to fly around the airport to land for runway 36. So this ATC gives us a slightly different approach than expected. Now it's online at the moment. What are you doing? There's an aircraft on the ground at Milan, and yeah, they're taxiing right now to runway 36. So that is definitely the active runway. Cool. Who are you? You're a... I've heard of this before. Napalova 1202 and to Cappuccino. I'm doing domestic Italian airline, that's. And there we are. Our little 7700s. KLM London 3 Romeo. So far, so good. Yeah, hopefully no reggae A380s in the approach today, that'd be a pain. Santi, do I support Chelsea? I'm going to let you guess the answer for that one. I watched the settings video, very helpful, thank you. First time I played. First flight sim I played, going way back, the first flight sim would have been probably Microsoft Combat Simulator 2, way back. That was just me mucking about, I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old at the time, so it was just a plane crashing to the ground all the time. First flight sim I kind of got into properly was FS 2004, FS9. Used that for a couple of years, then moved on to FSX. From FSX I moved on to X-Plane. Then Flight Sim Worlds, and I absolutely adored Flight Sim Worlds, so that got pulled by got against a year later. Then I went back to X-Plane, tried P3D, never really got into it because it just felt too much like FSX, all my add-ons weren't compatible, so I went back to X-Plane, and then Flight Sim World came out, sorry, Microsoft Flight came out. I've been using that as a mix of X-Plane ever since.
Identified 3000 feet, no reported traffic.
So yeah, that's my history of flight sims. Around about 2005-2006, picked up FS 2004, used a couple of years, picked up FSX in 2009-2010ish, picked up X-Plane around 2016-2017, Flight Sim World of course 2018-2019 that released, and then Microsoft Flight Sim in 2020 that first came out. I must say, during the lockdowns, it was a great way to kill time, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And back then, my viewership was absolutely fantastic thanks to the access I got to the sim. Again, I'll never thank FlightSim.com and Microsoft enough for giving me the access to the sim.
Hello 525, turn right heading 360.
Turn right 360, Live 525.
When I do an Xbox, I'm afraid not too sure yet. Transport Game Up. Don't wait for PMD to announce that. Vias the arrivals, no Vias. Well, I'm taking the runway 36 on the Adina to Romeo approach. I figured today. Well, in fact, I think I could find that star, so in fact we've input the ISU 36 on the Adina 3 Alpha selected. Of course though, if they see on the approach today, there's a good chance we'll either get vectors in or just a fixed route plan anyway. Right, top descent in 60 miles, in about 10 minutes. Alright, back in 2 minutes. Back in 2 minutes.
Alle 525, you can 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, LA 525.
Halle 525, then right heading 040, clear ILS approach runway 07.
Turn right 040, clear ILS with 07, 525.
KLM 993 Romeo, leaving the sector, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, 12800 to KLM 93 Romeo. Thank you for the service, take care dude, have a good evening, bye bye. Right, over to Unicom. Glad I'm still here, I guess. Hello again, welcome back. Just spotted Zurich down below. An airport I've been to. Can't be me. An airport I've been to in real life. The answer is yes, yes it is. That's Zurich. Well, we're now approaching our top of drop, so we'll sit in now for the rest of the stream, behave, and prepare ourselves for landing. And again, we are approaching the next ATC segment as well, so 2 minutes we're looking at going to Milan Linate, and there we're guiding us all the way down to the ground today. The sun is slowly setting behind us. It's going to be a totally lit up landing today. Should be pretty good. But it won't be quite as dark as last night, so hopefully get another kind of day view of the GSX stuff as well on the ground. Of course, there'll be replays as well, so if you want to see the landing from a passenger perspective, stick around to the very end. Have a chance to also look at and enjoy that. But the flight's been absolutely grand so far, no complaints. Of course, the PMDG is not an aeroplane that often fails on us. Yep, 10 days since they've given us 10 days. Why not use ground units, honey? Because we're up in cruise. Simple as. Yeah, I promise you, GSX, you can't see the icon when you start the game, do you have a solution? It should just be up there when you're flying, so unfortunately, not much I can suggest really, apart from perhaps it's installed incorrectly. Oh, did you push the effect, did you? Bravo Golf Golf. Yeah, 73700. Well, you never know. Maybe it was you who pushed us today on the old GSX setup. There we go. Welcome to the Hills of the Alps, guys. So, the Hills of the Alps, that means you know you're getting close now. The descent to Linate, it's absolutely gorgeous because you get quite close to the mountains as well on the top of our drop. It's a relatively steep descent compared to some approaches, but for the most part it shouldn't cause us too many problems. And of course, again, it's the Alps. This will be a great bit of scenery to fly over. I mean, earlier this year I said to myself, I've been to the Alps on so many occasions in real life that one day I want to, well, at some point I want to go into the Alps, find a city and stand there. So earlier this year flew into Zurich to train down to Schiller and then train up to Rossa, and then spent a couple of hours in the actual Alps itself. Beautiful scenery up in the Rossa, highly recommended. Also train as well, beacon train mod too. Really well put together. Right, so the altitude to 3,000 feet. Let's the cabin. Now that we are starting our approach into Munich. Not Munich, Milan. Ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight step. We are shortly about starting centre Milan, which will land in approximately 25 minutes. Quick on the weather for you right now. In Milan, they're reporting a temperature of 23 degrees centigrade, clear skies, no winds, no clouds, absolutely gorgeous weather on the road today. I hope you enjoyed the flight so far on KLM, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of this trip. Likewise, in these toilets, please do so now, as in the next couple of moments will be praying for the landing, and therefore requiring lock the toilet doors. Thank you. Cabin now away that we inside descent. Top drop in 5 miles. So let's well, what's the altitude now? So the aircraft should just send us on record now. No need to press a button. Again, one of the other benefits of Boeing, there's a rare bus is that this aircraft will just descend on its own accord as long as the altitude is set as required. So TAD now appear, altitude will slow down and descend as we get closer. I do expect a bit of wind as well, a bit of turbulence from the updrafts down below. Of course, the Alps being very well known for that. But as long as we clear the first few mountains without too many problems, we should get to the ground without any further delay. Right, we are descending. Airborne for 55 minutes. Yeah, it should be no more than 135 fighting on the ground. Hopefully the delay at Schiphol hasn't caused any problems for us. And again, I'll never stop using that word, guys. It's your fault for it. When I streamed out of Amsterdam Schiphol a little while ago, you told me how everyone was pronunciating it, and so every time I now say Schiphol, I have to just really emphasise that phlegm that comes out of my mouth from it. Again, your faults, not mine. Hello, Captain UK, how are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chats. How didn't say, dude? The aircraft now has the 100 GS sticker on it, but the sign shines as the outlines. Oh, yeah, because I can imagine it's down to the decals, kind of where they used to be once upon a time. Oh, that's quite interesting. I didn't realise to take it off though. So, a lot of Polish airlines, they still kept their heritage livery with the stickers in place for the 100th anniversary of Poland's independence. Feeding must be out right now, very good 73NG. I'm sure we'll see you right behind us very soon. Presumably, of course, you're an IVAO. GSX and boarding passengers, Pack X, do you also name passenger boarding GSX? Yes, they both kind of go, again, they go side and side to each other. So if you go back to start the stream, Captain UK, for today, and also the stream I did yesterday, you can kind of see the time I start Pack X is at the same time they also announced the passenger boarding on GSX. So if you time it right, the boarding times are pretty similar, and ultimately, because you can link GSX to your SimBrief profile, the passenger number should also be relatively accurate as well. So we get to Linate, and then if possible, we'll try and request a remote stand or a stand without a jet bridge, and then we get the passengers to disembark by the stairs. Let's just get quite a good view of Netcom as well on this approach today. Right, I'm on the radar on 135455. Good evening on the radar, this is KLM 903 Romeo, sending through flights level 320 inbounds to Odina.
KLM 93 Romeo, identify flight level 310 descending, clear Odina, 2 from arrival, expect to set on to November for LS Zulu runway 36.
Expect on LS from Zulu runway 36, valid Odina 2 Romeo approach for KLM 93 Romeo, pretty much. Cool. So yeah, approach is configured, that's fine. Should have no problems with this one today.
KLM 93 Romeo, descend flight level 150 via star.
10 level 150 for KLM 93 Romeo. Let's set.
Milano, grazie, la 1202 con Unicom 122.8.
So it's well worth doing, Captain UK. You can get it's well worth doing. Be aware, GSX is very tedious to work. It's not quite as said as used to be. Well, so they're not said as it was in P3 and FSX, but it's not terrible. What happened to IVAO? You used to be so much traffic in ATC. Probably the fact that it's now 9-10 PM on a Sunday night, Harry. It's ain't exactly peak time for both IVAO or VATSIM. I assumed maybe 5-6 hours ago when I was at work, that'd be peak time, but Friday, I mean again, in context of Europe local time is 10 PM, you're not going to get anyone out at this time of night, so don't you worry. Compared to yesterday's stream, where we flew it during peak time, you had ATC coverage for pretty much entire flights. In general, I mean, again, VATSIM I guess is the busy network, there's no denying that, VATSIM is just the busy network. I wouldn't say IVAO coverage is terrible. Again, right now it's not a great example of it, it's right now 633 connections. VATSIM show. Let's have a look at VATSIM connections. VATSIM have a connection count of 1, 2, 3. It's about half of VATSIM at the moment. I don't know. VATSIM's always been busier, but I do quite like the community side of IVAO. A lot more closer, in my opinion. There's Lake Como somewhere down there. I've never been. Apparently been several times. They say it's a place worth going to, so there you go. A recommendation from my parents. Go to Lake Como, North Italy, fly to Milan. I gave up on VATSIM. They never gave me a reason. They ignored a lot of my emails. I'd love to find the network. I've got no hard feelings. I'd love to chat to them, get an explanation. Unfortunately, that's likely not going to happen, so what do I do, really? It's a great network, great controllers, great people. Don't do that for a second, but it is what it is. I can't complain really. IVAO brought me in, treated me well. Next week community events are usually really good. bit shaky at the moment, of course, but hopefully time again will change and fix that. That sim got suspended with no ban reason given. They suspended me for, is it 12.3, which is the we reserve the right to suspend any user without any notice or reason. That's it, pretty much. And they never got in touch with me as to what happened or why, but again, that's just a that sim problem. Actually, if I try and get the find the email again, 2 seconds.
KLM 93 Romeo, turn right, fly heading 170, radar vector set as 036.
Turn right, setting 170, precise vectors runway 36, KLM 93 Romeo. Right, 170, set and set. And there you go. I've censored a bit of information that I don't want, such as my name, and also get rid of the person who emailed me, because again, privacy. There you go. This is what I got from that sim.
KLM 93 Romeo, descent flight level 90, track miles 55.
10 level 90, KLM 93 Romeo. Graphics card, an RTX 3080 Elite. I'm using an NVIDIA RTX 3080. There we go, that should be let coming down below us now. Where is it? So there you go, that one. That's Lake Como. I wish I had on Gren, PAC-X, IVAO, the PMDG 737. I mean, all mods this in the description there, dudes. Which one are you looking for? Actually, tell a lie. I don't have this PMDG in the list. I'll have to do that when the stream ends. Turn the seatbelt ones back on now, passing through 15,000 feet. So I might turn some backlighting on as well, since the cabin's getting a little bit dark now from the external. So brake lighting, power lighting goes up. Power lighting goes up. And then power lighting goes up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
KLM 93 Romeo, descend 4,000 feet, KNH 1009.
4,000 feet, KNH 1009, KLM 93 Romeo. 4,000 feet, KNH 1009. So we continue ascent into Milan. So we pass through around 10,000 feet. We'll continue approach from there. See that review while the Linate is also kicked in. It stands 8 miles away to our left. Should actually get a visual runway as we fly just to the right hand side of it. There it is. That's the airport. That there used to be the original water runway for the airport back when it first opened. Then they converted it to a land airport instead. But Linate, I believe, was the original airport in Milan. Started off for water aircraft and then became static airports. Float planes and then normal planes. Drone cam using the using the Xbox controller for the drone cam red thread. Airshot times now 26 on hour 16 on flight 24. We've been able for 1 hour and 7 minutes. We're about 10 minutes off the lifetime at the moment, which is pretty accurate. Now, will our bound out pens up probably at some point, Diego. When I do fly there again soon, most likely. It's really good scenery. Pardon me, really good scenery. Highly recommended. Well, from what I've seen, of course. Don't actually own it myself yet. Yes, Annie, I have got a freeware scenery for Linate. Right, always touch freewares at the very least before I start my streams. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes. So good, so now we've flown past the airports. The 10 mile marker's out here. 4,000 feet thrusters there. And so very soon we should get a left hand turn into the right slope and bring ourselves into land. Make sure 250 knots, boilers out.
All Wi-Fi related tasks and show any larger electronics.
I'll send right a bit as well, just to get that speed down. 260 moments, should be 250, a little bit of incursion, but nothing major. There we go, sun's out of the horizon. It's a very pretty approach as well. Pink away from the sun. Definitely anti-effects today, which is pretty good. So through 7,000. Let's see 1800s again, just because we upload the speed and air requirement for that.
KLM 93 Romeo, turn left heading 080 full base.
Turn left heading 080 KLM 93 Romeo. Headcount already flight gear, not particularly for red thread, we're having the setup at the moment. Thrustmaster Boeing for yoke, Thrustmaster Warthog for stick and throttle. Next up, we upgrade is my computer's CPU. That's probably my most lacking at the moment. Everything else pretty good. No crashes yet, East Coast Canadian. We're now approaching short final, which is probably the favourite time for this to crash. As I can see at the moment, we are looking pretty okay. Alright, testing soon to get another left-hand turn. Okay, let's approach onto the runway. Maybe
KLM 93 runway, continue left turn heading 010, clear LS, approach runway 36, report to start, descent 3000.
Turn left heading 010, continue to 3000, and clear LS approach runway 36 for reports established. There's a fireman slowly crawling away. Likewise are active. Knots. KLM through another Romeo is established runway 36.
KLM 93 runway position 14 miles, runway 36, clear to land when it's gone.
Clear to land, runway 36, KLM 93 Romeo. Don't forget, just get yourself FlightControlReplay. It says replay. They record them thing as well. Give it a second just to let the replay catch up. Someone freeze in a second. Oh, I'm on Flight Sim. There we go. Alright, so that's 5. Spoilers. Armed. Brake sets to 2. Miles. Push mode active. Speeds to 160 knots. That's 10. Your localizer active, glide slope active. Now short final. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Runway approach speed today is 138 knots. Choose that now. Get it down. Just make sure I've got myself in position. I can disengage yours pilots as well. That's 20. 25, 30. Pushing the approach speed. So far so good. Now pushing the 1 mile marker, so pre-land checks, let's do that now. Gear down, 3 greens, flaps set, spoilers arms, brakes set, cabin secure, landing clearance received, pre-land checks are complete. Throttle deactivates. Stable approach, switch attitude, set. Autopilot deactivate my aeroplane. 1000, stable approach. Like the throttle.
10.
Reverse is set. $100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots reverse is cut. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan. Hold brakes, bring us down to about 20 knots, and vacate to the right.
Clear entry number right to vacate, Golf and then Alpha, taxi to stand number 2.
Vacate right, Golf to Alpha, stand number 2 for KLM at Navigraph. Thank you very much.
31 p.m. and it's currently about 23 degrees Celsius. You can now use
down.
your mobile devices. Please remain
Flaps
seated
up.
until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use
Lights
caution when
off,
opening
text
the
lights
overhead
set,
bins, as items may
APU
have been shifted during the flight.
start,
We thank you for flying with us.
and transponder to standby. Again, we have got a replayed landing, so if we should watch the landing from the passenger perspective, stick around to the very end, and we'll take a look at just that. So it's off, sorry, off, tax lights on. The wing lights are on at the moment, probably. Also turn off the. They can go down, steady. Stands number 2. I'll get today. Try that for the charts as well. Let's see. Airport info pin new and stands pin new. We'll stand 2's up at the terminal. I think we get lucky today. There's no jet bridge on that stand. Turn light, there is jet bridge. What I'll probably do is not use the jet bridge, park a little bit beyond that, and request the stairs and stairs. Like I say, I want to have a look at the stairs side of things. Very soft. I remembered XLE, also the chrono stop as well. Flight time today, 1 hour and 19 minutes. 1 hour and 19 minutes.
Forte chiaro, 95.
This is the Emporio Armani hang up. I don't think it's so much a case of getting the gear collapsing jack if the landing is too smooth. I think it's more a case of if the landing is too smooth, it can. Well, first of all, spoilers won't deploy because the aircraft hasn't texted a touchdown. Also, braking is not nearly as effective. When the landing gear would collapse, is if the case of the aircraft has completely missed the runway. Thrust Charlie, and then that's hand in front of us. Like I say, I'm going to request the jet bridges. Not jet bridge, so I'm going to request the stairs. GSX. Please work for us. Don't tell me now GSX starts to die. At the very, very end, it's where it decides giving up on us. That would be really, really annoying. Should go right now later at MI7? Depends how patient you are, really. Depends how patient you are. So, an alright add-on. Definitely been a bit rushed. Guess the basics right. That's about it, really. Yes, Lee, we have got a replayed landing, so you can watch it back from the passenger's perspective as well as the runway side. And that menu is not loading for us. Why not? Be careful, you two. Going over this, right? Yes, no XP Sense 2, which streams quite a bit. Very, very good guy. Hold position. Parking brakes. Set. AP beats. Generator set. Leads on. And engines off.
Yeah, Japan wants to make Delta. Identify flight level 310.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan Linate. Look time right now, it's approximately 30 minutes past 10, temperature 22 degrees centigrade. We thank you for KLM, we hope you enjoyed the flights on board today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, there's some doors cross check please. Thank you very much for flying with us today.
17 Mike Delta, descending flight level 170, and looking approach for...
Seatbelt signs come off. Seatbelt signs off. And also the dome lights on, just see some more brightness in the cockpit. Perfect. Off, off. And now, unfortunately for me, I think GSX has.
Currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Milano Radar, can you confirm my seat?
Thank you, I guess.
Odino 3 Alpha? Oh, sorry, Odino 3 Alpha.
Don't worry, turn right and fly heading 160, radar vector set as 036. Track miles 65.
So they're the ground vehicles. I wish you'd actually give me the controls to control them. Right.
Okay, so heading 160
that goes off. That stays low, that's fine. That takes me into position. Got a fire truck as well, just in case of a fire. Always good to see. You won't give me the option. Use about the aeroplane. Why not GSX? Why not? Why? Because you're broken. Really, really broken.
Passengers deboarding starting.
But how? The jet bridge hasn't moved. There's no stairs. Okay, we're doing it manually. Toolbar Pushback, just move the jet bridge because I... oh my gosh. Well done GSX. Well done. I want to like it, but it has...
160 will be fine.
It's problematic. I want to like it, but it is problematic. I don't do that for a second.
You're on the right heading, continuously.
Right. Menu, FS actions, doors. Cargo door open, cargo door open as well. So when you see the cargo doors open, for you know, the cargo leaving the aeroplane. Again, I want to like GSX, but it's just too many small bugs like that which really kill the immersion that it's supposed to bring. KLM, 93 Romeo at stand. Thank you for service, dude, and we'll take care and have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye, have a nice evening.
Right, OTOCOM 128. Correctly, thing. I'm going to pop to the toilet 2 seconds because I'm absolutely desperate for the toilet. Back in 2 seconds. Sorry about that, I really needs to go. Again, look from the outside. There you go, get ground crews slowly packing everything away for the aircraft that stand. So what I'm going to do now, is quick look at our end of flight reports. Boarding completed, aircraft is empty. Menu, end flight, and after the reports. So KL 1619, 73700 from Amsterdam Schiphol to Milan Linate. Flight time 1 hour 60 minutes. We're late departure due to traffic, and then on that soft landing. Satisfaction at 86%. Overall, I can't really fuss about that too much, can I? I'll drop the flight reports in chat, so if you want to look in more detail, I can do so without any problem. And then we'll go through the end of flight reports. So here's our flight reports. Yeah, you do. The problem is I can't also reset GSX because again, the menu's broken. I want to love your GSX, but again, is GSX a good add-on? Yes. Is GSX buggy and problematic to all ends? Yes. Does GSX have potential? Yes. If they sat down, fixed the bugs and got all the tricky bits working, it could be without a doubt one of the best add-ons in their flight sim. It was for P3D, it was for FSX, it was for 2004. GSX was the go-to add-on when it came to ground services. It used to be the Aerosoft one, the Aerosoft AES, Airport Enhancement Scenery, stuff like that. But it just needs more work. Is it worth downloading? If you're patient, go for it. If you've got no patience and want it to work straight away, not yet. That's what I can say. If you don't mind sitting through the problems, then sure, go for it. If you just want it to work, hold off till they fix it. Because again, it works, it's just temperamental. Just very temperamental. Do you think AES may come back to GSX? Probably not, sir. Yet, I'm afraid. I mean, AES for me was always the good one. I really enjoyed AES back in the days of 2004. It was my go-to, but sadly it's just a bit too far off. Right, so we're up to 10 now. Let's go through the end-of-flight replays and also go through the end of the reports. We've done the PAC-X stuff. We'll dispatch from IVAO, thank you for the 80 at both ends. Amsterdam was a little bit behind. Milan, that'd be fantastic for us, which is good. I need to get those doors closed. And also, aircraft loaded as well. So menu, aircraft actions, PMDG setup, power state load, doors, close, and sets up for the approach mode. Let's keep that. Flaps down for the flaps used for landing. Back up one and load. Cool, so let's go through replays. Let's have the landing from the passenger perspective. Once it loads, of course. Moi on me. Moi. Right. So first of all, landing from the left-hand side. Bear with me, I think the lighting rate's a bit off as well. Can I try and repair that? Cool, so also head back to our heads. On. Is it off and off? That should stop it from glitching out on us. Right, there we go. Not quite sure the light's still flickering. Is that perhaps the wing light's trying to play? The answer is yes. Off, on. There we go. Cool, landing from the left-hand side. The approach. small adjustments on the yoke there, just keep the aircraft running and steady, but apart from that, there's nothing really excessive we have to do today. Winds were calm, so just okay, just get to point the aircraft at the runway and bring it into land. That was minus 166, so pretty smooth as well, can't complain about that too much. Over the threshold, over the runway, over the throttles of the flare, and touchdown. Thank you, Tom. How much on Microsoft Flight Sim am I asking? Too much. I spent too much on Flight Sim. Like I said, I get some stuff as promotional material for the different developers, but a lot of it I do by myself, including GSX. This cost me 30 quid. Bought the PMDG aircrafts. Bought quite a few sceneries. It's not all free, I'm afraid, for YouTuber. You do pay for quite a lot. Alright, starting from the right hand side next. I'll move my webcam to get more review of the outside of the window. At least 3 quid. I've got to say, for the most part, the approach itself is pretty good. No complaints, the aircraft was steady. And thanks to the fact that the winds were calm, it meant that the approach and landing was smooth as could be. Love how much darker the right hand side is compared to the left. Left hand side, it's got a bit of a glow on the horizon. Right hand side, nothing. Make the reflection of the wing, pretty nice too. Hey! How do you know how you're doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chats. How are you doing today, dude? Hope you've been behaving. Short final and touchdown. Oh, did you? Sorry. Sorry, paying too more attention to the approach and saying hello chat. Apologies for that. Yeah, overall, not bad landing that. Not bad landing. Don't forget from the landing gear perspective how smooth that touchdown was. I mean, there was a tiny amount of float in there, but for 737, you basically just fly into the ground anyway, so yeah, the float was recovered within a few seconds. So the approach in. Do you have catering GSX? We do, Philippe, yeah. Sorry, who was that? Nick, sorry, yes. We do have KLM catering with GSX. There's the flare, there's the idle. Gently bring it to ground. So that was perfect. Spot on. Well done, touchdown zones. Perfect centre line. Look, we're not even an inch off centre line there. That was the most centred centre line I think I've ever done. Spot on. Absolutely spot on there. I thought the 20 landing was good yesterday. This one, not even a centimetre off that centre line. Alright, one last view, this time from the landing. Hit the big pause button. Short final in. If you've been set on fire, so you're happy. True. Glad your barbecue went well, dude. Jet TV camera view. Yeah, that was good landing. That good landing. Can't fault it. We can knock Q out and go for the external view for the finale. So that was the KLM 7700 from Amsterdam Schiphol to Milan Linate. That was a no, just default camera. Voice travels, default camera. That was the very buggy GSX today. Fortunately, didn't quite make it to the end of the flight, but apparently the automatic systems, which I don't even have activated, managed to do something, so I guess something works. Again, to reiterate, is GSX good add-on? Yes. Is it problematic and broken to hell? Yes. But does it have potential to be the best add-on ever? It really does, but if they can sit down and fix it, it could have that spot in future, but unfortunately it's just... Again, if you're patient, don't mind letting things play around for a bit, then go for it. If you want things working from day one, give it a slight wait, and eventually it'll be the one for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, do subscribe if you're ready. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon for some more flights in action. Take care, have a good one, have a good evening, and well, have a good week. Take care, bye bye.